Welcome back, you guys, and today I'm going to be teaching those of you with no coins how to make a ton. We're going 0 to 100k. Whether you've got a mil or you've got no coins, we're going to make you an extra 100k, and who would say no to that? So if you're new around here, make sure to subscribe. We've got a ton of giveaways coming up, and we're on our way to 13,000 subs. And if you want to get coins in a quicker way, well, so if you guys are sick of losing at FIFA because your team isn't good enough or you're not good enough at the game, then right now you need to head over to skycoach.gg. Not only can they coach you in your weekend league or play your games for you, you can buy any amount of coins you want, and all of the services get 10% off right now with the code PRORECALL. Go check them out below. Make sure to click the link in the description, and let's get into it. Now, obviously, when you are on the lower end of coins, there's a few things you can do regularly. Now, one of them is marking matchups. We're not going to look at the filters for there today. However, every week there'll be two sections at the bottom marking matchups, which usually create 4 filters. So there'll be 4 teams whose players will be increased in value. Now, here's one that's really good. Nothing to do with marking matchups, but one you can always use. You got DePaul and Carrera. So Atletico Madrid do provide a lot of filters in this FIFA. I think it's one of the better team for filters. So here we've got obviously Carrera, and you've also got DePaul there. Obviously, from the looks of things, you're probably looking at a 2.9 just to try and pick these boys up. So let's have a look at what we've got. Maybe a little bit of the higher value there. Any more cards? You can see sometimes the market doesn't load in. You need to do a search with the market, the max price on there. Otherwise, a lot of times you'll be losing coins. But the EA tax on this, it's about 150. So we're looking at about 50 coin profit there and 150 here. So you're probably a little bit over, being that we're doing it at 2.9 sell on, not 3k. So you're probably looking at like a 145 EA tax. So you're making just over 150 coins per snipe. Now, obviously, that is on Carrera. If you manage to pick yourself up at the pool, you're looking at way more. Now, if my voice or my nose or any of that sound a bit weird today, it's because my hay fever has kicked in and I've lost the hay fever tablets that I did have, and I didn't think I'd need to stock those, and obviously on a Sunday the shops aren't open, so been stiffed a little bit there. Now, we almost missed that one because I looked away for a second, but we did get it. So we got that one for 2.7, which means we need to sell it for 3k. We upped the price a little bit there. Now, what you can do also over at Atletico Madrid, really simple one, is France. So pretty similar filter. You got Lamar and Griezmann. We won't spend too much time on it, but it's always worth mentioning. Similarly, we've got this filter here also in La Liga, Gold Rare, Uruguay, and La Liga Santander. You've got Valverde, you've got Jimenez, and you've got Araujo. Now, Cavani, being recently added, does slightly ruin the ability to do this as a whole with no positions. But if you go to defender, you've only got the likes of Araujo and Jimenez at centre back, and that left back, we need to get rid of him as well. So you'll just have the centre back version of this. It used to be doable a little bit more broadly, but obviously narrowed down. There's been some transfers that have kind of ruined the filter a little bit, but only in terms of you can no longer get Valverde. You can still get these two at exactly what you could before. So we're going to sell these on, I'd say, for 2.4k, judging by how many there were there. EA tax is going to be 120 coins. That's an 80 coin profit. That's 180, and that is 280. I'd say 180 is good enough, but if you think actually I'd like to earn a little bit more, then go for that further bit. Obviously, that card there, even though we've missed it when we should have actually got a snipe there, I don't know what happened there, but when you do go at 2.1, you're going to get all the ones at 2 coming up and all the ones at 2.1. I'd say you're more likely to make more profit. Some people would rather make more per card and risk losing some on the kind of fluency or the amount of cards, which is fine. It's obviously up to yourself. If you do it at 2k, you might find that you make more over time. I would say over time that you're probably going to make more doing it on 2.1, but it's personal preference, whatever you think would be best. As you can see, you've got the 1.8 still coming up at 2.1. I feel that we've revisited before, and we're looking at left wing, Gold Rare, Prem, and Liverpool. So it's quite a nice little filter there. I would say it's one of the better ones because you've got Diaz, you've got Nunez, and you've got Gakpo and Jota. I've got those two kind of muddled together there, but Gakpo and Jota on there. Now, obviously, you're mostly going to be looking at Nunez, but being that he is 82, he's not the cheapest. They're not as expensive as they were a little while ago, but because there's not many of him kind of caked on the market, you're sitting at 2.5 where you got your cheapest one. I mean, if we search with the max price there, literally nothing else there. So 2.6, I assume we start getting a few more. That's a snipe. I'm pretty sure Gakpo goes for about 3k, so we're going to pop him up for free. I'm hoping that I haven't undercut that, but I might have a little bit. But let's have a look. 2.8. Okay, so you've got some Gakpos there, so we'll be all right selling it at free. So I'd say we're looking for a sell on of Nunez or Gakpo I'd say 2.8 would be the mark that I'd be guaranteeing easy sales. So 10%, 140, well that's 5%, but I do 10% and half it, that's my working out. So we take off 2, that's a 60 coin profit, that's 160. So if you're happy with 160, do that. I mean, that's a 260 and that's a 160. So both of them there, easy profit. Sell them at 2.8. So you can see filters like this, very simple. There's not a lot of competition a lot of time, and you're pretty golden to just pick up the cards. Now, one of my favorite filters, which kind of has an up and down kind of way of doing it, you've got the silver inform filter. So this one here, it's very difficult in that it's so low supply but also so low demand that you can get some insane snipes. I mean, I've said it before, we've had some like 8k snipes on this, which is like a 12k profit, which margin wise it's absolutely incredible. You're probably looking at picking these up at probably, I mean, if they sell on at what, 20, from the looks of things, 21 or 2500, so 2500 seems to be, I'd say you want to go to about 18k. Now what this does mean is you've got a hit and miss chance with this filter. Sometimes you won't find a card at all. Every time I've found the card though, it's been more than 5k profit. I've not found one for just on the mark. I don't know why. I know it doesn't make sense. It's not likely. There's not any other filter in the game like it. But silver informs, when you pick them up, they seem to always be above and beyond. So hopefully we can find one, but this is one of them filters that it was one of the ones that I was so certain would always work, and it has become a little bit more of a hit and miss. It's less guaranteed, but is very good when it works. You know, if you were using a bot or something like that, you'd be absolutely chilling because you'd get all the ones that come up, but you wouldn't have to sit here and waste your time, you know, spamming like I am here. Now, obviously, if you are looking at silver team of the weeks and they aren't coming up, you can set the max price to 20,000 coins, go down a bit. Let's go for 16k, right? So there's only a few on the market at 16k. So we're gonna up this one here. We're gonna pop it up to, I'd say 17,750. We're gonna do the same for all of the other ones. Now, we might only win one of these, we might only win 2 of them, we might win none of them, but it's always worth the try. Now, obviously, some of these are a little bit longer. We're going to leave them because they're a little bit longer, but what we will do is we'll go up to 17k, see if we can find any that are a little bit more reasonable in the value. 17,750. Okay, right, we're going to bid this one up here as well, 17,500. I think we might actually win that one, to be fair. Another filter, which is one of my favorites, gold rare, Chelsea, Senegal. Now, we've been through this before, but it's a really good one when you are building up your coins. If all you need, what, 15k, I think it is? Oh, might be a little bit more now. Looks like this one's gone up a little bit. So, okay, if you've got 18,000 coins, a little bit less because we're actually going to be obviously sniping them. If you've got, yeah, 16k, you can do a snipe on this guy. I think we probably want to sell him at, from the looks of things, how many pages we got here? More than 4? Yeah, so you probably want to sell him from the looks of things at 17,250, which means if we go down to 16, you're looking at a decent profit there. Now, obviously, not, I was going to say not every card is going to be good profit, but that one there would have been about 1,000 coins. And obviously there is an array of players available here. Now, the next thing we are going to look at is the thing that I think is the most useful type of filter to boost your coins up when you are going from 0 to 100k. You've got to start somewhere, you've got to find the right place to go, and I do truly believe these filters and this type of card, oh, that was close, this type of card is the best, and that is FUT Heroes. Not fantasy FUT, not World Cup FUT, just the standard. Now, you've got a couple options when you are going for FUT Heroes. Base one, you've got leagues, so if we just go for leagues, League 1, 40k, you've got yourself Govu, and you've also got yourself Papin. Now, if we actually find the minimum for these guys, right now, it looks like 30k, I'd say 30, so it looks like exactly 30k, maybe a little bit less. A little bit more, sorry. 31 they're going to be selling on for. EA tax, I'd actually say 32 from the looks of things. There's not many at 31. Right, 32. EA tax will do 10% to cover tax and profit. So we'll go down to here. I'd say, yeah, 29k. You can buy them at 29k and you're good to go. So 10% would actually be 28,750, but we'll still be making like 1.3, I think, out of this. So definitely not something to complain about. The first night we saw that 28.5, I think it was, would have been a snipe. So it's a little bit gutted that we've missed that. Obviously we get this one, and that's the thing with the FUT Hero sniping. A lot of people kind of overlook it, I think, but it's just the easiest to get the card. I think they're the least competition, and somehow they always sell on for greater than you'd expect. So I've had a lot of shoulders who have really done me nicely in terms of getting good profit. That's another one that you can do if you go striker. and you take yourself over to the Premier League. You want to go to the nation of Norway. Now, of course, you guys know once I say that, Haaland is probably the instant person you think of, but no, we are going to be mostly sniping Scholzer on this filter. Now, right now, Scholzer is going as low as, I mean, it looks like he's really going for 20k, but there's some, I'd say we want to probably get him at 18 at worst. You can probably grab him at 17. Obviously, I'm doing this under the parameters of the video. I've got to be a little bit quicker, but you could definitely grab him for 17, snag that quickly, and get him moved on as fast as possible. You know, it's what I do find is if you snipe them at night, somehow they go up in the day. I don't know what it is. It's a very weird thing on the market. I find these guys have like the most discrepancies with what you'd expect for the values there, but very easy to snipe. I like this filter because it gives you the opportunity to get Erling if someone makes a big mistake. You've also got your shoulders pretty much guaranteed. There are obviously some higher end foot heroes sniping filters, but we kind of want to be sticking on the lower end while we are going to 100k. When you get to 100k, that's when you want to look at your Cordobras, your Lucios, your other filters where you can make some big bucks. I mean, is there any being listed right now? Can we do a bit of compare price? Are we going to get ourselves one? We'll have a 10 count because I feel like that's the best way to go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right, I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.